Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about SENSEONICS Stock. SENSEONICS Holdings, aka SENS, ticker symbol SENS. Now this stock has already 10x from here. It's had a crazy run up. It was a penny stock. It still is a penny stock. But they're pending FDA approval for their 180-day device. So if they get this approval, what could they become long run? Could they become lucrative? So I'm going to show you the product, the market opportunity, and their future plans. I know a lot of people wanted me to cover this one in the comments, so I took a little looky. This one's for you guys. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Miguel. Just playing, I'm from London, mate. Come on! So here on this channel, we look for the biggest, juiciest growth stocks we can find. If you want to support the family, just click join here. You can join any tier. It's as low as 99 cents a month. And you really help me create some great content. So I thank you guys. Thank you very much for supporting me. But if you're unable to click join, just you hitting the like button and clicking subscribe means the world to me. I thank you so much. Before we begin, I want to thank all my cowboys. Thank you guys for supporting me, boss level investors. I want to thank Jay, TMG, Joseph, Fred, and Blue Sky on Mars. Yeehaw! Remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. This is for entertainment only. Okay, SENSEONICS. Do they sell sensors for your nipples? No, but what they do sell is the SENS Continuous Glucose Monitoring System, the world's only long-term CGM system. So this is a game-changing piece of tech. It's aimed at diabetics. So there are two types of diabetes in the world, type 1 and type 2. Here you can see it's estimated that there are 415 million people living with diabetes in the world, and it's estimated to be 1 in 11 of the world's population. This figure is expected to rise to 642 million people living with diabetes by 2040. So as you know, with type 1 diabetes, your body cannot produce enough of the hormone called insulin. So this hormone is what the body uses to control your blood sugar levels, blood glucose. So lots of people have to experience daily injections of insulin to make sure the blood glucose levels are under control. And if you go hyperglycaemic, which is known as low blood sugar, this can cause a variety of symptoms, including clumsiness, trouble talking, confusion, loss of consciousness, seizures, or even death. And if your blood sugar level gets too high, it can actually damage your eyes, it can damage your organs, you can even lose your legs. So I've worked as a student nurse and I've seen it firsthand. I've seen people lose their legs. It's heartbreaking. And I'm going to show you the traditional way we measure blood sugar levels, and you have to do this every single day, sometimes several times a day. And this is the reason why this device could be so game-changing and so important to diabetics. So what I'm going to show you here today is exactly what they have to do, the process. You have to prick the finger, you have to make sure you get the blood sample, put it into a glucose machine, and check the blood sugar level.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the side, and I'm going to make contact. Push it down a little firmly because you don't want to go superficially and have to poke the patient again. So push firmly and hit your needle, and then squeeze. Wipe that first blood drop off because that is diluted with your alcohol prep, and then just squeeze it. And when you get a good drop, take your strip from your glucometer and follow the settings for that, and it will suck up your blood, and then put a gauze over and hold and wait for your results.
So guys, imagine having to do that so many times a day just to monitor your blood glucose level. It gets in the way of you like playing sport. You're always having to monitor your blood sugar levels. Whereas this device here is game changing. Let me show you why. So check this out. You have a sensor here, as you can see, and you're going to put this sensor into the skin, into the body, and you're going to have a smart transmitter just labeled over. You're then going to connect it to a mobile app or device, and what you can do is monitor your blood sugar levels on your phone, on your device. So it's going to be popped under the skin, as you can see here, and you don't need to replace it, and it can be calibrated every once in a while. It's also anti-inflammatory. It's got a silicone collar, and the sugar molecules, the glucose, they will bind to the receptors. It will pick it up and it will show you your exact blood sugar level. And what it does is it shows you if there's a hypo or hyperglycemic event on your body, and it will vibrate, and it allows you to live the life of a rock star. You can do whatever you want. You can monitor your blood sugar levels while you're exercising, you're out and about on the beach, at the gym, even cycling about, and it's a 90-day system. So right now these guys are working on a 180-day approval, and if they manage to get this FDA approval, it means you will not have to change this device or take it out of your body for 180 days, 6 months. So in terms of type 1 diabetes, which is their first line of customers, in the United States, you can see here 1.25 million Americans have type 1 diabetes, and there are lots of people who are undiagnosed still. They're saying by 2050 there'll be around about 5 million people expected to be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. In the UK, they're saying there are about 3.7 million people living with diabetes, and 10% of those have type 1. So there's literally a customer base all across the world, and you can be helping all these people's lives. Can you imagine? All these people's lives, all these kids and adults with type 1 diabetes. So check this out. This is the National Health Service, and when you get a CGM monitor, a typical continuous glucose monitor, you generally need to replace a sensor every 7 days. Some models can be worn for several months though. So we're looking to become that 6-month long continuous glucose monitor. What's wicked to see as well, check what they got in the pipeline. Ooh, baby. They got this product vision here. 1 sensor, 2 products, all patient segments. So they're talking about type 1 and type 2 diabetes. There are millions and millions of diabetics across the 2 types, right? And as you can see here, no sensor change for 1 year, no daily calibration required, no transmitter on the body. That's what they ultimately want to do with their products. When I was a student nurse as well, and we were going into the community, so we were going into people's homes to monitor their blood sugar levels as well, and prompt them and remind them to take their medication too. This would be crazy innovative because we can just see from the community center what their sugar levels are currently at. Can you imagine how much time that will save us? So next I wanted to find a real life experience to see if this has been used and what people are thinking of it. Real diabetic users. And on diabetesstrong.com, thank you very much Anna for posting this. She was talking about the SENS system and the 90-day sensor. She was explaining some short facts on the sensor, saying it's implantable, it lasts up to 90 days, you can monitor it using your smartphone app, and it gives you on-body vibration alerts. It's also chargeable, removable, and water resistant. So that's what it's looking like for her. Now listen to her experience. The implantation process of the sensor took about 10 minutes. First I had to decide where I wanted to wear my transmitter so that my doctor could find the right spot to implant the sensor. Afterwards, the place was marked and disinfected. She then said it was pretty easy to do, just gave her some local anesthetic, done a little incision 5 to 8 millimeters in the arm, and just inserted the sensor. The transmitter she said she really liked because it was sleek and slim in design on the body, and you get vibrations when your blood sugar is either too low or too high. Those alarms are really helpful because I do not have to look on my phone to see what my blood sugar is doing at the moment. So one of the only challenges she had is how to place the transmitter correctly over the sensor, but she said after about 2 weeks she got used to it and it became very easy. So here she is living her best life, as you can see, with her little monitor. She said it's very accurate. Overall it's nearly perfect most of the time, and after wearing the SENS system for several months now, I have to say I really like it. So they're saying that SENS sets a new standard. They're saying it's proven to help people manage their diabetes. The accuracy is unaffected by certain medications. It also detects 96% of low blood sugar levels, hypoglycemia, and 98% of high blood sugar level events. It's not just about the data, it's about the freedom it's given me. So it does look like a truly good product. And just this February 1st, they were talking about expanding and taking over Europe. Global domination! So what's interesting to see is the market penetration they're expecting and the nearest competitor to them. So there's a company here called Dexcom, which has about 33% of the market. And if we check up what Dexcom is currently doing, let's take a looky. Can the sensor be restarted after 10 days? No, the new Dexcom G6 CGM system is designed to eliminate the need for fingerstick calibrations and can be used for treatment decisions for 10 days without restart. As you can see here, 10 days only, baby. 10 days. However, here they said that they're good for up to 3 months, but with our new FDA approval, this competitor will be left smoked in the dust, baby, as we can get our product in the body for up to 6 months. So let's take a look at the blood glucose monitoring device market. And as you can see on my left, it was valued at 12.6 billion in 2020, and they're expecting it to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of 7.6% between 2021 and 2028. However, there are a lot of people that have still been missed and a lot of people who have not been diagnosed, so there's a lot of customers in this market. So the catalyst we've been waiting on actually got delayed. Last year, 2020, you can see here, SENSEONICS 180-day SENS glucose monitor was delayed by the FDA because of COVID-19 pandemic. Another thing that makes them really attractive is their partnerships. Ascencia introducing their partner, one of the big boys in the industry, as you can see here, Ascencia Diabetes Care. But who are these guys? Ooh, these guys are a leader in blood glucose monitoring systems with heritage of almost 80 years in innovative diabetes care products. Holy jamole! Our products are sold in more than 125 countries and help approximately 10 million people worldwide every single day. They've already employed around about 1,700 people with operations in 31 countries, and approximately they've made $1 billion in 2019 in global sales. So these guys are big hefty bad boys in Europe, and they believe that the SENS product by SENSEONICS is an excellent product and that it's different and high quality, and that it has a differentiated and high quality product portfolio, so market leading accuracy. They're also extremely excited by the 365-day sensor they're working on. Yes, a 1-year sensor, and you only have to calibrate it once a week. It's also going to have additional innovative features. And SENSEONICS is based in Europe, but what they're going to be doing is expanding continuous glucose monitoring, and they're going to be expanding this all across of US and Europe. So tell me about that money, baby. So here's their global net revenue projections. As you can see, 2021, they're expecting 12 million to 15 million here. But as we go deeper in time, they're expecting revenues of 150 to 200 million dollars annually by 2025. And in terms of product catalysts and pipelines, if you take a look here, by 2024, they're working on this thing called Freedom System. So this is going to be used on large populations. The more purple it is, they're saying the more people in that population. So as you can see here, there's type 1 and type 2 diabetics. Some of them need insulin as well on type 2 diabetes, and some don't even need insulin. But what they're going to be doing is creating a product that all diabetics can use by 2024. So this will be a crazy product if they're able to do that. So here they're talking about sensors with batteries, 365 days, you don't need to replace it, and real-time continuous glucose blood monitoring. So there could be some absolute magic in the pipeline, so long as they can survive. So from this article, they were saying they were actually disappointed and they were struggling from revenue growth. They also borrowed a lot of money, and they announced the termination of its loan agreement with Solar Capital. SENSEONICS said it was unable to negotiate a waiver from the lender to avoid defaulting on its outstanding loan. So it then paid $48.5 million in total obligations, including the principal amount and interest on the loans, a payoff fee of about 6.45% and a prepayment premium of 3%. And back then, analysts at a group called Stifel estimated that between debt pay down and the first quarter cash burn, SENSEONICS likely has only around $30 million in cash. So even without a debt pay down, the company predicted during its first quarter earnings call, its cash would last into the fourth quarter of 2020. So now they've managed to survive this far, but my question is, will they continue to survive? Are they burning too much cash at the moment? Make sure you take a look at their balance sheet before you invest in this company, because sometimes companies could have an extremely good product, but they won't be able to survive in order to make sure that that product gets rolled out and they can actually generate some crazy sales. So make sure you check their financials in terms of their balance sheet and their cash flow, and tell me what you think. So now guys, for me, I know a lot of my people actually got in this like really early. I'm talking 60 cents, some of these people. Some of you guys got in there like as low as $1. I'm not going to be taking a position in the company yet. I'm going to see if there's any drawbacks, but I'm also going to analyze all their financials and see can they survive. But I really like the product, and I have actually worked in the industry in care and as a student nurse, so I know exactly what it can do for the people. So I really like this product. I believe in the product, and if they're able to get that FDA approval and do the 365-day one, it can be game changing. Really, really beautiful. So remember, none of this is financial advice, it's for entertainment only. And if you like videos like this, just click the join button up here. You can support me at any level. I appreciate all of you guys. But if you're unable to click join, just you hitting the like and clicking the subscribe means the world to me. Thank you so much for supporting me always. I love you guys, and hit me up with some stocks below. Let me know your thoughts on SENSEONICS. Let me know your thoughts on other penny stocks on the market, and drop me a couple bullet points and just tell me why you think that penny stock is so great. Much love, Mr. Invest A Lot. Over and out, baby.